teeth in the upper and lower jaw. These are called common dolphin. Can everybody say common dolphin? Well, I don't want you to forget because sometimes you forget by the end of the trip. These are called common dolphin. It's a
Hello everyone, this is Fgduddy coming to live here from YouTube channel. So I'm going to be showing you what they're actually talking about. There's dolphins right there, okay? So let me show you.
They are one of the smallest species of dolphin we have off of our coast. They're only about 5.5 to 7.5 feet long. And oh my goodness, there's some babies in this group.
So you see right there?
You can see, if you see a tiny dolphin next to a larger dolphin, that is a mom and a baby.
Look at those dolphins right there, yeah!
I know. Everybody's saying, oh.
No!
So cute. Mom and baby dolphins are so much fun to find out here. When we look at dolphin groups, we call dolphins that are all together, we call them a dolphin pod. P-O-D, dolphin pod. So this is a pod of dolphin out here, and what they're doing is feeding. They are feeding. So we see all the birds that are hovering over the ocean right now. We have some pelicans, we have some seagulls. This is a great way that our captains and our crew can spot wildlife out here because the birds are eating. What are the birds eating out here? Does anybody know? What do birds like to eat on the ocean? Maybe some shrimp. I heard fish, absolutely. A lot of the birds are eating small schooling fish like sardines, anchovy, herring, mackerel, and even squid. And all of these birds are kind of sitting right now, which leads me to believe that they have already eaten and they are full. So when we see this, this might mean that there's some fish around, a breakfast buffet for these guys. And guess what? Dolphins are foodies. Dolphins are foodies and they love to be where there's food, good food, and that's going to be our live fish. And when we see lots of birds hanging out, they are basically a big flag that, hey, there's food over here. These birds are fat and happy, and they've already had their breakfast, so maybe the dolphin will find them. So these dolphins are doing a behavior we call milling. Milling, they're kind of just hanging out, cruising around. They're either actively feeding or just kind of looking for more food. And right up in front of the boat, we see more of the pod directly in front of us. And like I said, if you see a tiny dolphin next to a bigger dolphin, that's a mom and a baby. Now, those baby dolphins are not eating fish, surprisingly. They are mammals, just like us. And if you guys are next to a rail, look directly down into the water. Sometimes we see the dolphin cruise right up next to our boat. And that's a behavior we call bow riding. The front of the boat is called the bow. And we're pushing some water, even though we're slowly moving along, we're still pushing water along with us. And those dolphins absolutely love to hang next to the boat and be pushed along like a surfer riding a wave. The dolphins love it. They look a little preoccupied. They might be chasing some food. You can see on our left-hand side, if you're not getting a good look at any of the dolphin have now kind of moved over on the left side of the boat. So you can slowly walk over to the left side. But we're turning the boat around so everyone gets a good look. Dolphins like to hang out with their family. I don't know if some of you are the same way, but dolphins love their family. They typically, when we see them, there are anywhere between 50 to a few hundred of the individual animals, and they like to hang out with each other in a social group. So dolphin pods are normally made up of moms, dads, uncles, cousins, grandmas, grandpas, sisters, brothers. Everybody's here together. And when we have so many dolphins together, it's actually helpful because they can help the dolphin survive when you have a big group, a social group like this. Having lots of dolphin all together will really help them find food. It'll also help protect them from predators. What do you guys think might prey upon a dolphin? What might eat a dolphin? Shark, I heard it, absolutely. Oh, yes. So sharks and orca, or killer whale. You can call orca, killer whale, it's the same animal. Black and white dolphin. Orcas and sharks can prey upon our tiny dolphin. So being in big pods like this is helpful. You have more eyes looking out for predators. Helpful to avoid any danger. So do you guys see how they're spread out in a line kind of as they're moving? This is really interesting. That's called echelon. When they move together in a big line, sometimes that's them spreading out to scout for food. Here they are, and these common dolphin, we can tell, because I heard somebody ask, how do you know it's a common dolphin? Do you see on their left and right sides that there's some color? Their back is really gray, but what on their left and right sides, did you see any color? Good. The color that these dolphins have is like a creamy color, a pale yellow, or sometimes golden, and that's how we know that these are common dolphin and not any other type of dolphin that might be out here. Common dolphins are air. They have to come to the surface, decide to breathe. Usually when we surface, make sure you guys, there you go. Dolphins have something very special, a good adaptation for them. It's called echolocation. Do you guys know what echolocation is?
Yes.
Do you know that bats have echolocation? These dolphins are clicking, they're whistling out of their melon or the fatty part in their forehead. And that is helping them navigate. It's also helping them see using sound.
One's right here. You guys just saw one? They're going under the boat.
There we go. Kind of cruising at the same speed as them, and they might come up to the boat, and if they do, look directly down
Look at that.
the water.
Look at that.
There they go. They can get up to 23 miles an hour when they really want to get moving. When they scoot up close to the boat, you can see just how big they are. Again, we're moving quick.
Yeah, look at this.
If you even turn around and look behind the boat, you'll see some of them riding in the wake, or the waves that we're making. And just, you'll see how streamlined their body is. Like a torpedo, they move through the ocean with grace and speed. Awesome. These are called long-beaked common dolphins. Wow, there's so many swimming right behind the boat. Yeah, if you turn and look behind the boat, there's some really fun, active dolphins. You might also notice some scratching on the animals. You can see that there's scratches on them. Dolphins.
Oh yeah.
How are they scratching each other? Well, they have really sharp, pointy teeth. And they'll open their mouth and they'll do something we call raking. So just like a rake in your garden, they will take their teeth and rake one another. It is a social behavior. If some of the dolphins are acting out, they will rake each other to try to put them back in check. This is a social structure that they have. They have to police themselves. They've kind of taken a right turn here and moved out away from the beach.
Wasn't that awesome?
On our right
Bunch of dolphins out here. So hopefully everybody got a chance to see that.
Something fun about these dolphins is that you will actually never see common dolphin in a captive situation. They do not do well in a captive environment, unlike bottlenose dolphin that can adapt very well. Common dolphins swim about 100 miles a day. 100 miles a day, but don't worry, they're not moving very far. They're usually just kind of circling around a home area, and it's like being on a treadmill all day. So that means these dolphins, even though they're high energy, they have to eat a ton of food to sustain themselves. If we were to compare it to us, it would be like you and I eating 48 cheeseburgers in a day. Can you guys imagine eating 48 Big Macs in a day?
No.
That is the equivalent in calories to what these dolphins need to eat every day. Great question. So, a student asked, how do these dolphins sleep? Yes, it's a good question because they can't crawl out of the ocean and go to sleep, and they don't have a bed that they can turn the lights off and snuggle up at night. These dolphins do something very cool.
Okay, so anyways, the dolphins have gone. So, but if I see anything very interesting, I'll make sure to videotape it, okay? So be on the lookout for that. But other than that, this is Fgduddy coming live here from Balboa, or actually the Pacific Ocean.
When they do so,